The Marvel Cinematic Universe and the new Marvel's Avengers video game sure sound like they have a lot in common, but you'd be super surprised by the parallel dimensional differences. For starters, this being an interactive power fantasy means that players are handed large skill trees filled with OP abilities. Basically, if there was ever a Dawn of Thanos moment in this game's storyline, you and three mates would have him trounced by afternoon tea time, most likely by using some of the following moves. The Marvel's Avengers video game centers so heavily on Ms. Marvel that you could have legitimately called it Kamala Khan Kicks Ass, the Avengers Attend Also. And let me tell you, if the Russos had have introduced her into their MCU, you could have lopped off a few sequels from that Infinity War saga. It's by no means a stretch to suggest that an early victory could have been achieved, because even the all-powerful 50% discounter of worlds himself would have struggled against a heroine who has the ability to embiggen her beatdowns. I don't care how many stones you've got on you, when the man hands of the galaxy bitch slap you, you're going into next week.
I'm giant!
The Russos definitely nailed the martial arts proficiency of Natasha Romanoff, typically seen when she uses enemies as her own personal twister mat before knocking them out. That said, they did pull back on some of her comics' established shtick. They limited her to pea-shooter pistols, instead of making her what she is, a lady of much higher caliber. What's worse, they didn't let her leverage her coolest gadgetry, like the ability to cloak and disappear completely. And we're guessing they did this because they didn't want to shortchange the Invisible Woman in any potential integration of the Fantastic Four. Whatever the reason may be, we reckon MCU's Romanov could have vanished at the right time, snuck in behind Thanos, and used a Soviet-issue garrote to Das Vidanya him out of the picture. Because hey, the hits you don't see coming hurt the most. I couldn't tell you why, but after the events of Captain America Civil War, Tony Stark decided to more or less shelve his most powerful offensive weapon, the Unibeam. It sure was an odd arc reaction to the arrival of a near unstoppable planetary scale threat. And I'm telling you now, if the Russos had have been as liberal with their Unibeam as the Avengers game is with its, wow, that first Tony-Thanos fight would have had some stark differences. Having rapid-fire access to a weapon that can obliterate a state-of-the-art metallic arm quicker than a paddle pop put to a hairdryer? Yeah, that is going to solve your Infinity Gauntlet problems lickety-split. This last one is my personal favourite, because it's equal parts a superpower and a slapstick comedy goldmine. While the MCU Hulk was big on hurling things, stomping stuff, and just smashing objects in general, he really didn't consider the benefits of just grabbing two enemies for the purposes of making them kiss at high velocities. And that is a move known in Three Stooges circles as the Mo Head Clunk. It's easy to do. You seize your designated Curly, then you enlist an unwilling Larry, then you do your best to make a conjoined twin out of them. Strategically, the Hulk could have simply waited until Thanos got cocky, took his helmet off, and then it would have just been a matter of scooping up and repurposing one of his more pointy-headed lieutenants to bash his brains in. At minimum, it would have given Purple Boy the migraine of a lifetime, but also the opportunity for somebody else to finish the job when he went reaching for some pain relief. Anyway, as you can no doubt already tell, the Marvel's Avengers game is out now, and it's a heck of a lot of fun, especially when you're playing with 3 other mates, and a lot of skill points invested into the above moves. For all your superhero and cinema needs, be sure to keep it locked to Film Inc.
Here's an energy boost!